they are not weapons. A yo-yo is a toy made of an axle, 2 discs, a string wrapped around the axle that can be used as a weapon. But that's not entirely fair to the yo-yo, because even Legos can be used as a weapon. But from its humble roots by a Filipino named Pedro Flores, the modern-day yo-yo has morphed into a luxury that is a must for dedicated yo-yo tricksters, or a lust for those that must have the latest and greatest. Mr. Donald Duncan Sr. bought the company that Mr. Flores started for over $250,000 in 1930, which was serious change back then, considering this was during the Great Depression. The company he bought, appropriately named the Yo-Yo Manufacturing Company. And while the market for yo-yos sharply declined due to the economic downturn, parking meter sales skyrocketed, and this is what Mr. Duncan focused his attention on. I know, pretty random, but I thought it was interesting for the story. But $250,000, I wonder if there's a yo-yo worth that much today. Well, Mr. Duncan, you and your company may not charge that much for a yo-yo, but even $450 is pretty hefty for a toy on a string. Then again, it could also be used as a weapon, so sure. Meet the Duncan Freehand Magnesium Yo-Yo. As mentioned above, retailed for $450. These were produced between 2004 and 2014 and were a magnesium build, giving it great strength. But let's be real, this channel is about luxury, and $450 is pretty average for our viewers, so let's step up the game by introducing to you the original Pedro Flores yo-yo. Manufactured between 1929 and 1930, these yo-yos are extremely rare to find today. And if you do get your hand on one, or should I say your finger wrapped around one, you would have easily dished out $1,000 for it. No tricks here. This yo-yo is for a collector, not a world champion yo-yo competitor. Kind of like the 1958 Duncan Sprite Boy 1 Coca-Cola yo-yo. Yes, that is a lot of words for a yo-yo. But it's another classic that goes for the $1,000 mark. Let's be real, $1,000 is nothing to pay for comfort these days. And yo-yo lovers recommend this yo-yo to use as it is very comfortable to play with. It has Coke all over it, and it was thought that it was just a marketing ploy by Coca-Cola, which it probably was. Nothing wrong with that, especially if it's regarded as one of the best yo-yos of all time. Nostalgia is a sentimental longing or wistful affection for the past, typically for a period or place with happy personal associations. Truthfully, have you had that experience with yo-yos? I haven't, but I've had it with music and video games of the 90s and 2000s. And for just $5,000, we can all have it with the Nostalgia Yo-Yo. Created by an industry stalwart, this is what gives the yo-yo its premium price, and also the fact that its creator apparently also designs parts for Formula One. So next time you see them whiz across the track, just know that that technology is in your yo-yo. However, don't let the drivers know that their car was designed by a yo-yo maker. It doesn't exactly evoke confidence for the driver traveling at 300 kilometers an hour. handcrafted and expected to be delivered to your door 6 months from the time of order, yo-yo enthusiasts regard this as the best yo-yo ever created. I'm not sure because I look at it and it looks like this yo-yo should belong in a music video. But anyways, $5,000 is a discount, as you will see next up. How well do you know your US presidents? Perhaps you lost count after Barack Obama, but there have been several presidents in history known to live a life of luxury, or at least wear luxury. From Abraham Lincoln to Theodore Roosevelt to Barack Obama himself. These presidents were fashionable and donned well-tailored apparel. One president even had an affinity towards yo-yos, or at least that's what the picture shows. Meet Richard Nixon. He would be super popular if he was in the age of social media. He could market Watergate as a bottled water company and exponentially increase his net worth. Maybe one of my viewers should spearhead that. Watergate water. Anyways, aside from being an excellent pianist, Richard Nixon was invited onto stage by Roy Acuff, the biggest country music star of the day. Roy demonstrated a yo-yo and then gave it to Richard Nixon to try. He failed miserably, but he didn't fail to create the most expensive yo-yo of all time. That same yo-yo would go on to sell for $16,029 at Roy Acuff's estate sale, making it the most expensive yo-yo available for purchase worldwide. While these yo-yos carry a hefty price tag for something that can be purchased in store for no more than $2, at least security isn't required with these toys because yo-yos in themselves can be quite effective at fending off lawbreakers. This is Luxury a Lust. Toodles.